What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Supergirl Season 2, Episode 11, The Martian Chronicles. So this episode was alright overall, but the issue I have with this episode is the focus was not on Supergirl yet again. The focus was on the Martians rather than Supergirl. So it looks like they're going to let Mon-El and Kara become a couple organically rather than forcing them together, which is kind of good. So it's Kara's Earth birthday and her sister douches her off to spend the night with her girlfriend for some kind of concert or some such like that, which is kind of bad, and that kind of develops throughout the whole episode and puts Kara in a bad mood. So what happens in this episode is John Jones is stalking Magan as she told him that the White Martians are coming, Martians as in plural, so there should be more than one Martian coming. And then after having this discussion, randomly a White Martian appears, which is a bit ironic that he like a kind of White Martian randomly appears. So they make the White Martians look a lot stronger than two Green Martians, which I believe the White Martians are a lot stronger than the Green Martians if you do your research. And then obviously Supergirl magically comes and takes the White Martian out, but she was talking to Mon-El in the bar behind them, so it does actually make some kind of sense. So the White Martian turns out to be Magan's bonding partner, Imar, who's Imar or Mick, part of the Hyper Clan, which if you want to know how Hyper Clan is, comment down below and I'll let you know, or you can Google it or look on the DC Encyclopedia. So he's basically the worst White Martian, or at least that's what the show wants you to believe. So he says that she's got 2 hours or else he's going to kill Supergirl and her friends, which is ridiculous, right? Because Supergirl should be a lot stronger than any White Martian. I just hate the fact that this show plays down how strong Supergirl is. Supergirl is basically as strong as Superman. She's made of steel. She's the woman of Krypton. Why do they keep dumbing her down? So the DL are protecting Magan, but then there's some shapeshifting happening. So Magan comes in and there's two Magans and they don't know who the real Magan is. So they have to do this little fire burning test to see who the real White Martian is. And it turns out to be a kind of filler character who I see him as, kind of Win. Win doesn't really have a kind of role in this show. He's like, I just feel like they're making roles up for him. Like, he's a tech guy that kind of always ends up being binded to the main story. And then it turns out that there's actually two Martians, which everyone kind of understood, seeing as the White Martians are coming, not the White Martian. But what I didn't really like is they didn't explain who the other Martian is. He just kind of appeared and that was it. So it turned out that Alex Danvers was the other kind of White Martian who had been like telekinesis kind of taken over basically, and they were hid up in some kind of cocoons, I guess you could call them, like nests up in the sky, and it was a pretty sick kind of fight between Alex and Kara, and obviously Kara couldn't use her heat vision because there's like a little atomic bomb, not bomb, I don't know what it was. Basically, Dio was going to explode and it would have taken out a hell of a lot of people. So the story arc was kind of basic, and then Magan saved the day when John Jones was going to get killed by, ironically, her old partner, bonding partner in Mick, and she comes in with a massive pipe and kills him, which is kind of interesting, seeing he's meant to be this big badass White Martian and he gets dominated so easily. So I do think we'll be seeing White Martians again later on this season. So it's episode 11. We've got 6 episodes to go. But like I said, this episode was more of a character development for characters that aren't the main star, and there was less Mon-El, probably because people been moaning that Mon-El has been getting too much camera time. So it was quite interesting seeing the White Martians, as the White Martians do have a long history with the Green Martians. So it did make overall sense for the story arc. I just hope we get some more character development for actually the person who the show's about. It's called Supergirl. So at the end, Alex and Kara have a heart-to-heart. She says she's sorry, that she's never going to leave her, blah, blah, blah. And then Supergirl is wearing Power to the Girl's top. I know this isn't a reference, but it kind of reminded me of Power Girl maybe coming to the show, because if you take away to the girls and it says Power Girls, for me, it was kind of a reference about Power Girls. And then it turns out that Magan goes back to Mars because she doesn't want the White Martians to keep invading Earth 38. So it kind of makes interesting. And John Jones basically says he's in love with her. Well, at least says he's got feelings, and she says it back. So that's probably a story arc they can bring in later on. So my main issue with this program is there's no main villain. There's no actual plot. It's kind of a different, like we had Livewire last week. We've got, that's why I didn't do a video, because I didn't really like last week's episode. We had Livewire last week. We've got White Martians this week. Who the hell are we going to have next week? And then we get like a Kara Mon-El bit at the end, when Kara finally admits to her sister that she likes him. And now now Mon-El is kind of got a date with the secretary in Catco Company. So you know where this is going. Looks like it's going to naturally turn into them actually admitting that they both like each other. So that is pretty cool. So next week's episode it's called Luthers. So my problem with this is, if they're going to make the Luthers the main villains, just go ahead and do it. Stop toing and froing between different villains. I can see why a lot of people who watch season 1 have kind of stopped watching, as they have so much potential to make this a great show. They just keep kicking themselves in the arse. They really do. I hate to be negative towards any kind of DC show that I feel is good, as Melissa Benoist is an awesome actor. It's a cool show. Just the storylines are very weak, and I'm probably going to get a lot of Supergirl fangirls telling me that I don't know anything. But anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and put your comments down below if you agree with anything that I've said, or if you disagree. If I'm wrong about the Hyper Clan, let me know what the Hyper Clan. If I'm wrong about that dude being part of the Hyper Clan, I'm pretty sure he was. Comments down below. I'll see you in the comments, and I'll catch you in another video, which will most likely be my Flash video tomorrow and Legends of Tomorrow video. Anyway, guys, see you later. Peace.